If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
Do you like throwing balls? Do you like catching balls? Do you like being struck by balls? Do you just generally like heavy, smooth round balls? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, well then boy, do I have a game for you. It's called Knockout City. This game is basically dodgeball with the boys, but after taking several strips of acid. You can handle your balls with mouse and keyboard or controller. You can select the way you'd like to handle and see your balls in the settings. Here's a quick look at them. According to PC Gamer, you can handle balls with all of your friends, no matter what console they're handling them from. You can currently invite up to 3 other friends to come play with your balls, depending on the game mode. There is no campaign mode. There's nothing but PvP, so you will always be handling another person's balls. Knockout City is about using gameplay mechanics to fake out your opponents, to trick them to catch the ball either too late, too early, or just not at all. Like this clip where I spam a bunch of moves and finally throw the ball, which hits him because he doesn't know when I'm going to throw the ball. Now we'll get into the core gameplay, or the meat of the balls, if you will. You pick a game mode, you wait. You get into a game, this hype as fuck announcer gives his spiel. You get to see which special ball will be active this game. You and your buddies can pull up in your mother's car. The enemy team pulls up in their mother's car. You do a little pose and the game begins. There's a large load of gameplay mechanics in Knockout City, which I will now beam into your brain. You can throw the ball. The longer you hold the throw button, the faster you throw the ball. You can catch the ball if timed properly. If you time it perfectly, you can get a perfect catch, which will allow you to throw the ball with the ferocity of a raging chimpanzee. Dashing into players causes them to get knocked back and lose their ball. You can pretend you're in the movie Wanted and curve your ball around obstacles. You can arc your ball over obstacles. You can also become the ball. If you become the ball and an ally throws you, it's a one-shot kill unless you're caught. Your teammates can also charge you up unless you transform into a fucking predator missile. You can glide, you can fall in a pit, you can drop the ball, you can pass the ball, which instantly charges the ball up to full speed. You can pretend to throw the ball and bait out your opponent's catch animation, or dodge to catch them off guard. Once the game is over, the losers cry and the winners rub salt in the wound with a BM-ass animation. The MVP of each game just has the highest KDA. In the post-game lobby, you get a bunch of XP, loot, and crap. You can check the scoreboard and start a new game right from there. Ranked 3v3 and 1v1 are always available, and is the best 2 out of 3 round match where each player has 2 lives and you score KOs to win a round. The team that wins the best of 2 out of 3 wins the match. There's a bunch of party-type game modes that rotate on a timer, which I'll go into later, but right now, ranked is for sweaty ball handlers that want to show how good they are at handling balls. To quantify your skill at Knockout City, a system has been implemented to determine the substance that your balls are made of. Balls of bronze generally suck at the game. Balls of silver still suck balls, but only one at a time. Balls of gold have started to get okay at the game, but every so often, when a ball is presented before them, they latch. Balls of platinum only latch upon presented balls if the balls are adequately camouflaged to fool them. Then you start getting into the players with balls made of elite substances. Players with sapphire, emerald, ruby, and diamond balls have actually become the balls that lower ranked players latch onto. Here's how the ranked system works. You play a game, you win, you gain points to move to the next tier. You lose points, and you move towards the last tier. In my opinion, ranked 1v1 is really the true test of your personal skill. As for the rest of the game modes, you got Party Team KO, where only special balls spawn. In Diamond Dash, you KO a player and pick up their diamonds. Coin Hoarders is a game mode where you knock the motherfucking Mario coins out of each other and pick them up. First team to hold all the coins wins the match. Ball Up Brawl is where you ascend reality and you become the ball. And then you have your 2v2 and 1v1 game modes. There are 5 different maps in Knockout City, each of them having a unique mechanic that you need to be aware of, or risk having your balls be decimated. Rooftop Rumble is, you guessed it, on a rooftop. There's lots of places to fall off, and there's wind jets that help you glide across. That has a massive OSHA-compliant wrecking ball that swings back and forth in the middle of the map. Call your union steward about that one. Knockout Roundabout is a map in a busy city block. The drivers apparently all have a severe case of
Get out the way.
So it's best to get
Out the way.
or risk being knocked around like a 6-year-old in a UFC fight. Back alley brawl is, well, in the back alleys. There's pipes that take you from one side of the map to the other. Something Mario reference, I don't know. Galaxy Burger just has a bunch of moving platforms and this circular door thing. Jukebox Junction has a train that comes through every so often and will run you over like a blind deer on a country road down the street from a bar at 1 a.m. Then you have the Hideout, which is where you can practice with all the different balls with your lovely robot assistant Ball Magnet. wave to the viewers, ball magnet.
Quick in fear, fleshling.
Now for special balls. In case 2 balls aren't enough for some people, Knockout City boasts 6 unique ball types. For those who are old-fashioned, you got the regular ball, which loosely behaves as a ball would in real life. Then you have the bomb ball, which counts down, then busts all over your enemies. Then you have the result of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, the multi-ball, which is 3 balls you can throw one after the other. Then you have the cage ball, which is the scummiest ball in the game. You can imprison someone and then throw them off a cliff. You got the sniper ball, which can just be thrown really fast, really far after a wind-up period. And lastly, you have the moon ball, which decreases gravity for the player holding it and by the player struck by it. And finally, we have cosmetics. Here's all the shit you can change on your character. You can get cosmetics from the Brawl Shop or just by playing the game. If you think you're take yourself seriously, you can make your character look cool, but it's much more effective to dress your male character as a female wearing a cowboy hat to unnerve your opponents and to get them to tilt when they lose to you. Here's 6 examples of how you can make your character look. The game is fun as hell, and the mechanics allow for some sick outplays and hilarious moments, sometimes combined with each other, like this, where me and this guy are both going for a ball. Well, instead of dashing for the ball myself, I just jump because I know he's going to dash for the ball as well. So he flies underneath me, he gets the ball, but then dies by going over the edge. The game has a low skill floor and a very high skill ceiling, meaning it's easy to pick up and play, but there are a lot of things to master, and you have a potential of getting insanely better at this game than other people if you're competitive and you put the time in. Combat is extremely satisfying, just listen to that damn ball hit noise. I honestly see esports potential. The graphics are good and refreshing from the usual hyper-realistic graphics that many games today use. The one problem I have with the game is the fact that all the normal unranked games rotate, not just the party ones. So if you have 3 friends that you like to play with, and you feel like playing a regular unranked 4v4 with no coins or anything like that, will be available, and you can play with all of them. But the next day, only the 3v3 is available. In my opinion, the game should constantly have normal unranked 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, and 4v4 available, and just rotate the party modes. Aside from that though, this game is fucking great. On our patented 0 to 1 scale, we give this game an 8.7 out of 1. Please share and subscribe. If you don't, my captors say they're going to execute me.